New South Wales Premier has handed down his signature gaming machine reforms in what's been described as the biggest law enforcement and social reform in the state's history. Kenny Heatley is covering this from Sydney CBD, where the press conference has been held. Kenny, Clubs New South Wales, not surprisingly, it's been pretty quick to respond to what's been a long-awaited policy.
Yes, that's right, and they weren't particularly happy with this. They were mentioning the fact that basically they're worried about the viability of pubs and clubs in regional New South Wales. Well, this is a $344 million package that has been announced by the Perrottet government today in response to that, to help small and medium-sized pubs and clubs, particularly in regional areas, with this 5-year transition plan to be completed by the 31st of December 2028. But here it is. We've been waiting months for this, and it's because he's been trying to get the Nationals across the line because of those reasons. They've been worried about the viability of these pubs and clubs and the community as well. But here's a bit more of what Premier Dominic Perrottet had to say after he got the Nationals over the line last night in a snap cabinet meeting, a unanimous support for these landmark gaming machine reforms.
Today we deliver one of the biggest law enforcement and social and community reforms in our state's history. In response to the Crime Commission report, today we fix money laundering, we fix problem gambling, and we support pubs and clubs across New South Wales.
So the New South Wales government implementing all 8 recommendations from the New South Wales Crime Commission report. And here with me now is New South Wales Independent Alex Greenwich, who has been really driving for this change for a long time. You just held a press conference here, Alex, and you praised the Premier for his response and these reforms today.
That's right. You know, New South Wales currently is the gambling harm and money laundering capital of Australia. Now, under this policy, we have the opportunity to not only lead the nation, but lead the world. New South Wales has more poker machines in any jurisdiction than Nevada. So this is an opportunity that if we can do it, anybody can do it. This is a really sensible and measured policy that implements cashless gaming in New South Wales across the board within 5 years. I'm sure it will happen earlier. Importantly, it also supports the clubs and pubs to transition during that time. Now,
the independents are fully in support of this, so are the Greens, although they want things to happen a little bit sooner in terms of spending caps. In the press conference, you emphatically said that in the event of a hung parliament, these reforms are key in order for your support for other legislation. Now, in terms of Chris Minns, who isn't on board yet, but he's going to be speaking in just a moment, whether he pivots or not, that kind of leaves him in political wilderness with this, doesn't it, if he is faced with the prospect of a hung parliament?
Look, I have made it clear for many months now that I would be seeking to introduce legislation for cashless gaming if the major parties didn't. I've also made it very clear that my support in any minority government would be contingent on taking serious action when it comes to gambling harm and adopting cashless gaming in New South Wales across the board. It is great to see the coalition now delivering on that and committing to do that very quickly in the next term of government. It's now up to Labor. You know, poker machines in this state is their legacy. They delivered the poker machines in clubs and pubs in different times when they were in government. Now they have an opportunity to come on board and back this multi-partisan reform. My message to Chris Minns is clear. Now is the time. Let's join forces, let's reduce gambling harm in New South Wales, and let's stop the money laundering that's occurring in clubs and pubs across the state.
Alex Greenwich, thank you. So, Tom, the ball is now in Chris Minns' court, the Labor leader who is going to be speaking very soon right here just outside New South Wales Parliament. We'll have to see what he has to say to those comments.
He's previously said have a trial, and yeah, that's been pushed back on already. So we'll take that and see how that feeds into the campaign.